There we go. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Hi, JW from Florida. Diane from Florida. Keisha, you're chiming in from Louisiana. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Good morning. How about now, Cecilia? Good morning. Good morning, ladies. Welcome to our girl time. Good morning. How are you? Tell me how you're doing, what you're doing this morning. Sprinkle with Grace from Atlanta. Hey, Dee from Virginia, welcome. Allison, Toy, Kimberly, Gigi, Rosanna, good morning. Iandra, Vanessa, Keisha, Donna, good morning, ladies. Tell me where you're chiming in from. You're probably hearing Bailey in the background. He's competing with the hellos. Haley, good morning. Donna, good morning. Welcome, welcome. My life after blank. I love it. Good morning from Atlanta. Toy in Atlanta, good morning. Good morning again. It's so nice to see you. So let's get this thing kicked off or we can wait. Sonia, good morning from California. It's early on the West Coast. Gigi, you're in Jacksonville. Jackie, Scotland. Oh my gosh, welcome. Kimberly, you're in Atlanta. Okay, girl. Lisa, is there a Zoom link? There isn't. So you just log in using FaceTime. Sorry, distracted. I'm getting messages from friends via text that are chiming in as well. So good morning. Good morning. Iowa. Wonderful, wonderful, ladies. So let's talk. Life over 50 is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. So tell me what you'd like to talk about. I got some messages, so bear with me a little. I'm going to look over a little. And we want to talk about relationships, real estate, overcoming toxic relationships. Like, oh my gosh, we can talk all day. We can get together and talk all day. Good morning, Lisa. You're in Atlanta as well. Jen the South, you're chiming in from Charlotte. Welcome. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. My, thought behind this was I would not be who I am without my girls, right? And as life has shifted and changed, um, here we are sharing life together every single day. And we're a part of the same village, okay? You're my girls. And so I thought it would be amazing for us to just have one of these sessions once a month. Aloha from Hawaii, Bailey. Thank you so much, Vanessa. You're in from Texas. The massage therapist that massage therapist. I'm sorry. You go. Who's the massage therapist? D, is that what you're asking me? Good morning from Houston. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hang on, I'm going to step away for just a second, ladies. Okay, I'm back. So, good morning from Houston. Carly, yes. So, his name, the name of his practice, let me drop that information. So, he's a massage therapist, but he's also a chiropractor. Therapist. His name is Dr. Kevin Flythe, and his practice is in Smyrna. Flythe. And he's in Smyrna. And the name of his practice is Body Works. I think it's Body Works Wellness, and Hang on, ladies. Trying to type here. Wellness and chiropractic. There we go. Yeah, so, life, we're going in all of these different directions. And I wanted to create um, this time for us where it didn't stretch us, right? Because life is going in so many different directions already. But to be able to just share some time with like-minded women, have real honest conversation, and just talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about is what we're here to talk about today. D, I felt amazing. I've actually been going to him for, I think this is 8 years. So I had a horrible injury. I fell down the stairs at home and slid down, and it wasn't cute, like 15 steps, and injured myself. And as a result of it, I started seeing Kevin. And so he's just a part of my wellness. It's what I do. That journey to healing was about a year. And then after that, I just go in and have just rebalance myself, if you will. There were seasons where I would go into his office and literally he would look at my face and put me in a room. And he would just leave me there until I decompressed. And then he would come in, literally start praying over me. And, the rest is history. So he's amazing. His staff is amazing. Team is amazing. He gives back a lot to the community and works with students in local schools to kind of help give them the hours that they need so that they can move on to then having their own practice one day. So he's amazing. Yes. Okay, so I missed some messages and some good mornings. Tanisha, good morning. Thank you so much. Beulah, thank you so much. Thank you for your messages. You've been messaging quite a bit. You all, I'm not leaving anyone out. It's just, I remember that Beulah's been sending a couple of messages lately on some of the videos. So tell me what you want to talk about. Let's talk about how to pivot and continue to thrive. Our self-care. Our self-care is so important. So let's start with self-care. Yeah, Lisa, he's amazing. So let's talk. Good morning, Tyra. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So this is just time for us to talk about whatever we want to talk about. So, life over 50 can be challenging. Our bodies are doing all of these strange things. Our mind has shifted. Our emotions are all over the place. And the truth is, as exciting as it was to hit 50, after that, it was like, what the hell? Like, what the hell is happening? I was moody and didn't have the same motivation that I once did. Thank you so much, love. Typically neat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And I didn't start with that. So let me just start with thank you so much for all of the love and the support, for the conversations that we've been having, the real conversations that we've been having about life. Because I think my vision for this was, to stand up in this platform, right? But when I started it, I really just didn't know what I was going to talk about and do. And so I started, some of you have seen some of my earlier videos where I started talking about manifestation and the power to manifest the life that you want. And I started there, and then I kind of trickled over to, sharing my love and passion for vintage Louis Vuitton bags. And then, I was like, I started meditating on what are the things that help me stand up as a woman where I am right now. And the first video that I did with that was I talked very openly and transparently about my struggle with thinning hair as a woman and what that was doing to me. And I met a woman, another dog mom, and she shared that she was actually seeing a doctor, and she prescribed some treatment for her and gave her some products that she could try, and a DIY hair growth formula that she could make. And I happened to just kind of notice how amazing her hair was looking. And I was like, "Girl, your hair looks amazing." And she was like, "Look, let me share with you what I've been doing." And I went home that day and I ordered all the products. And, that was my first experience in really peeling back all the layers and just talking about what I had been going through as a woman right now, right here. And the more I did that, the more I was able to talk about the things that I really faced and I'm really facing as a woman. And, aside from my roles and responsibilities, what were the things that I was struggling with? And the more I talked about it, the more I began to really peel back those layers on the things that I had either were struggling with or had overcome to stand, if that makes sense. And so there began the journey of like real, true transparency. Not that I wasn't being transparent before, but when you speak from a place of where and what you've healed from, or things that you have, struggled through, depending on where you are on that thing, that is where I've had an opportunity to meet each and every one of you in being real. And so that's what this space is. It's a space for us to be able to be open and transparent about the things that we face and talk unapologetically about our stuff, right? How to overcome, standing in a career for decades and pivoting into something else, right? Where how to stand up when you walk into a room and eyes are looking past you as a woman, right? Because we're not the new shiny thing, but we actually are, because we're over 50 and fabulous. And I love having conversations with someone and they want to guess my age and talk about that. And they're like, "What are you doing?" And so making a commitment to, because we spent all of these years investing in companies, investing in our families, investing in raising humans, right? And so now, as they have transitioned and we've helped them stand up, right? Or now it's we're able to reinvest that in ourselves. We're able to reinvest it in ourselves. So in starting a journey to transform my physical, put me on a path. Yes, honey, we are over 50 and fabulous. And so it is truly just the beginning, because we're connecting with ourselves in ways where we haven't, because we've been investing, like I was saying a moment ago, we've been investing that time and energy, those resources in the other things that we were committed to, right? That we had to see through. And so now we're able to take that energy, all those resources, and reinvest it in ourselves, and invest in working out. And it feels strange to not have to manage someone else's schedule and time, or for whatever reasons we're standing in different spaces in life, whether we've had responsibilities of raising humans and those humans have moved on, or we're in a transition where we are now living life solo. Some of us are in situations, where we're in new relationships, or open to discovering new relationships. And, we can't invest more in others than we invest in ourselves. And I know I have been guilty of that in the past. Sage, you're not all by yourself. You're not all by yourself. You have us. And where I was going with that was that what we are building is a safe space for us. It's a safe space for us to cry and release. It's a safe space for us to learn and pivot. And it's a safe space for us to grow, glow, and thrive. There is no question we can't ask. There is no topic that is off limits for us to talk about. And so, in this season, right? Yes. Yes, yes, this is a no judgment zone, and there are times where I have, we receive comments where they're a little bit loaded in judgment, and I very kindly say, we appreciate your thoughts. With that being said, this is a safe space, a no judgment zone, and we're not going to pass judgment on other people's thoughts. It takes a lot to stand up on a public platform and share your raw feelings and emotions. And I'm protecting each one of you. I am not going to allow someone to come into this space and talk shit. Okay? And judge. Just that's not the place for this. And so if you are, and when those comments do come from time to time, I just address them very gently, because people do have an opportunity, a right to express themselves. But very gently, it's important that we all have to be able to have a safe space. And you can have a different opinion, but don't bash mine. Explain it in a way where you can maybe help me see another perspective, because maybe there's another perspective that I need to consider, but we're not going to be bashing others' thoughts and feelings. And, I see it as without, for lack of a better term, a reach for help. Right? When we share ourselves, it needs to land in a safe space. And this is a safe space. I am a safe space. I'm a safe space. And there are many of you that take an opportunity and message me privately and, publicly and privately. And I take a lot of care and time in responding to messages very genuinely, very authentically, because it's important to me that as you share, that I then can allow myself to be led in how I respond to each and every one of you, because it's important. Hey there. Hey, hey, hey. And NJ, thank you so much. Tyra, yes, this is a safe space for us. Tamiko, yes, mature and adult conversations. I love it, because it is not easy to age, right? Because of really, I think, other people's perception and experiences, and then our own stuff that we are going through in watching ourselves change. And if nothing else, what I am hopeful to be able to do is inspire change. To inspire the glow up that, because we're over 50, does not mean that we don't get to stay fine. Right? And so, yes, our bodies have changed. Yes, we have to eat differently. Yes, we have to manage our sleep. Um, and it's yes to all of those things, but we get to do it gracefully. There's wisdom that we have, the experiences that we have. We understand ourselves and we know what we need. And so being able to connect with other women and talk about skincare and talk about thinning hair and talk about weight loss and talk about how we manage our wellness day to day. Yes, we need each other. Like you said it, Cecilia. You nailed it. We need each other. And, regardless of where we are, regardless of what we look like, regardless of where we've been, we all need each other and we can add value to the other. So that's what this space is about. So, morning routine. So, sometimes my morning routine, um, I'm trying to keep up with the messages. So bear with me. Yes, yes, yes. Like you have to invest in yourselves. Hey from Virginia Beach. Hopefully the weather is gorgeous. Um, what okay, yes, reprogramming ourselves is amazing. Gray hair is beautiful and hair is beautiful. Regardless of how you wear it, whether you rock a bald, a low cut, a bob, long, it doesn't like whatever it is that you want to do. I believe that you just need to wear that as well as you are able to. And so, you know, very young. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, and I love showing up for each and every one of you. And so I take a lot of care and time in creating the content, and I spend time developing ideas and content speaking to the heart place, and if I'm recording my voice and I start crying, I leave it because it's a real emotion. It's real either because I'm standing in it or I remember what it like from overcoming it, right? So it doesn't matter where you stand in the thing, being able um being able to just have those raw emotions are really important. um okay. Oh, and crying is okay. Like you're gonna make like I'm a crier, right? And so because helping others heal is so important to me. um because I remember spaces where I wasn't well. And I remember struggling with things in my life and major things. Like I lost a child at childbirth, and how to overcome that and still live every day was really, really hard. And how do you overcome these things that we face and still glow? There was a season, and in that season of my life, I didn't see in color. Everything was black and white because of the pain I carried in my heart. And so we all go through things. It doesn't make anything that someone goes through any, um, any more drastic than the other. Pain is pain, loss is loss, right? Hurt is hurt. And so what I'm committed to do is to share so that and I believe this, and I'm going to pause for just a second, but I am my sister's keeper. And if I can share something that I've overcome to be able to help you, I'm going to do it. Or for you to give to someone that that's struggling and you can't find the words to give it to her, regardless of age. And so, typically me, okay. So, okay, I'm trying to keep up, ladies. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Tori, for your loss. And despite the things that we go through, right? Because trauma is real. Trauma is real. Are we going to live life despite it? Is what gets me up every single day to do this. It gets me up every single day to live and share. Someone asked earlier about morning routines. And so, you know, my biggest commitment, and I do have routines. I'm a very kind of, I used to be very regimented, like things just had to be done a certain way. And it's not so much that way anymore for me. But what is most important for me is one, I don't use an alarm because it's disruptive. And two, I walk softly throughout the day and I don't rush in my commitment to live my soft life. So, with that kind of being said, what I've done is I add enough pauses in my day so that I don't feel rushed and I'm not stressed unnecessarily. Hey, Emma, thanks for joining us. Yes, live life. Don't let life live you. I couldn't have said it any better. That was good. And so we are, hello, equal love. Thank you so much. And so when we make a decision that we are going to be in control and we hold the power to manifest what we want, then it changes things. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa, for that. Thank you, Cecilia. And so we're really powerful beings. And as women, we're incredible. Our ability to balance the mind and the heart in ways, that it makes us very unique, and so my life after blank. Yes, yes. So that's, I'm glad you said that because I think that's the most important thing. I feel like I'm all over the place. So you guys direct me a little bit on this because I want to respond to the questions because I think it's so important. Thank you so much, Emma. I speak from a calm place. I am the quiet in the storm, and I've heard that my entire life. And the older I get, the more I hone in on it, and I you know kind of what's the term? I've learned how to kind of really harness the gift, right, of calm in the chaos because someone has to be the calm voice. And what I've learned about myself is I can't make good decisions when I'm spiraling emotionally. And when I understood that about myself, it changed things, right? And I think, to kind of go back to what you've just said, my life after blank, tell me your name. So I'm not calling you that. And so it's sometimes we're neglecting ourselves and we don't realize that we're doing that. Sometimes we are mistreating ourselves in an effort to take care of everything else, but we're neglecting ourselves. We're giving ourselves what we have left at the end. And I think that sometimes as women, we are not intentionally mismanaging ourselves. But it happens as a Dana, thank you so much. So we thank you so much. And so all of a sudden I have a hot flash, ladies. Starting to sweat. So, yes, living life intentionally is so critical. As intentionally as we put a glass down on the counter, we should take the same care with how we manage ourselves, right? Intentionally washing our face and scrubbing our elbows and intentionally combing our hair in a certain direction. And so I need a fan. So give me just a second. Oh my God. And so, I think that I don't know why I'm so hot, but I am all of a sudden. But Vale, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I don't know what's happening. I have the air conditioner turned down. It's a lot. It's a lot sometimes. And so, um, you know, in sharing my routines and in sharing my videos, what I hope it resonates is my commitment to myself. And so it there are things that I have learned from other women. And those things I then share and pass on to you, you know. So after we started, oh, oh my God. So after the weight loss journey was then the journey to glowing up the skin. Oh my God. It's crazy. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So this is a handmade fan, and my mom actually gave this one to me. I was in St. Croix, and she whipped it out, and I was like, I need that in my life. And she's like, don't touch my fan. She's like, don't take my fan, Tricia. You can borrow it, but please don't take it. And then she went and purchased one for me. So, oh, I have a foldable one that I can keep that my sister gave me, which is amazing. And I keep that kind of in my bag, and I whip that out. So I know it's crazy. It's crazy. But this is what we deal with. Yes. Like it's bananas. So then, after I got on the journey to, oh wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. I think you mentioned that HRT regiment before on one of the videos. Yes. So, I read something, Gigi, that someone said the other day about menopause is that it's who we become on the other side of the journey is beautiful. And if they didn't nail that thing, you know, it just resonated with me. I was like, oh my God, that is so true. I mean, because it's been beautiful. I never thought about the fan on your laptop, but girl, I like the idea. Um, yes. So Sage, you can message me on message me through Messenger on Facebook. You can message me through Instagram, or in the bottom of my videos, you can find my email address. And so viewers will email me. And so if there's something that you'd like to talk about, and you feel like those platforms aren't isn't what you want to use, you can also email me. And that's a great way to contact me. So what happens with messengers, or Instagram, or even TikTok, your messages go into spam. So if there's a delay, it's because I didn't see it. And so I have to kind of dig through the different layers of spam messages because we're not connected on the platform. As you guys know, it will automatically put you into one of the spam folders. I try to check that folder every day, but it's not realistic. And sometimes it's every 3 or 4 days. So if you have sent me a message and we're not already connected on a social platform, please let me know that in the video, in one of the videos, because I see those messages a lot faster. But I'm making really intentional effort to check those spam folders at least every other day. Um, yes, yes. And so, yes, yes, sugar and also caffeine. And so I made some hot tea. I actually went to a yoga class this morning. And so it's been something that I've wanted to do for years. And in the village, they offer a yoga class. It's a free yoga class for it's like 8 weeks. Um, and so I went to a yoga class this morning, and so I think already my body temperature was kind of raised because it's outside. And then I came in and put a hoodie on, so a sweatshirt on. So, yes. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I mean, this channel is for you. This space is for us. Um, so I'm going to do NJ, tell me your first name. NJ, I'm going to do this live, this Girl Talk live, um, once a month. Dana, that's funny. Maybe April. Thank you so much. So that's hilarious, Dana. That's funny. Did anyone get that on a film? Either took a picture or video, because that would be funny to actually see. But it's real. So um the lives are going to be once a month, the first Saturday of the month at 11:30. And so this week I'll go in and put in the one for next month and try to get a little bit ahead on that, but my commitment is a girl talk session once a month. And if it evolves and we can do it a little bit more frequently, then I'm open to that, but in an effort to be consistent, I thought that let's just start with one so that I can manage it well. You guys can show up, with your other commitments as well. And there's also a private chat feature. So if there's something, private message that you want to send me, I think you can hit private chat and it will just come to me. Okay. Um, Tawanya, hi from California. It's early on your side of the world. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And so after the physical journey to weight loss, which was not over, I just kind of got into a place where I was consistent. I participated in a girls group, and a lot of you subscribe to her channel as well, and that's Natalie Stringfield. And so um her and I know each other personally, and so I was able to participate in the group. And in the first live that she did, she talked about tretinoin, and some of the women were asking about tretinoin for their skin, and I was like, well, what's that? And so that's how I was first introduced to tretinoin, and it was on and popping from there. um and yes, she's amazing. She's amazing. And so she's a gem, and love her. And she was really instrumental in helping me kind of launch my YouTube channel, and walked with me quite a bit to kind of help me find my way on this. And so tretinoin, I had no idea how it was going to change and transform my skin. And headphones, what brand are those? Where can I get them? Okay, which frames and which headphones? So goes it. I'm gonna need your name. I'm gonna need your name. Put it in the chat. Put in this chat. How do I spell it? Okay, I lost a question. Any podcast? So April, I actually started a podcast, and I wrote all the episodes, and I only uploaded one. And so tell me what you mean when you say a podcast, just with me sharing more information, or something that actually includes other another host. Um, yeah, switching to decaf copy helps some. Vale, it does. But then you're drinking a hot beverage. And so really, I really haven't had any issues with hot flashes lately. You know, I don't know if you guys see Bailey, he's feeling left out. We're having girl time, Bailey. He doesn't understand those things. Huh. Um, so frames. So tell me which frames you're referring to, and then which headphones. And I'm happy to share the information because you guys know I don't gatekeep. So tretinoin. So let's go back to that. And I've gotten a number of messages. Yes, yes, yes. The texture improves. The fine lines improves. If you have hyperpigmentation, which I did, it completely, um, it completely evened my skin. It was amazing. And so what I now do is I use less makeup as a result of it. And so I recognized I was using more than, or I didn't recognize. Another viewer actually shared with me that I was using more product than I should have. So I pulled back a little bit on that. And then I'm a little over a year in my tretinoin journey, and my skin completely changed. So as my skin completely changed, then my skin needs changed with it. And so I very openly share some of those, a lot of those, all of those products actually with you. From I had to move to a cleansing oil. Yes, Claudia, you need a prescription. And so you can use Nurix. So let me drop that. Someone asked for me to drop links. So let me do that a little bit. Okay, so for tretinoin, you need a prescription. And here is the company that, oh, so sad. Hold on here. I don't want to send you a whole Google link. Let me just send you the website. Okay, so here is the link. I don't have any collab with them or affiliation with the company. It's just where I've used it and where I've ordered it. And then your first, it's about $90. So I think there's like $30 for the consultation. So your consultation is $30, and then the prescription is $60. Is $60. So out the door, it's $90. If you order it today, you'll have it by Thursday. I mean, they work really quickly. So with that, so what they do is they direct you to an app. They ask for pictures of your face, side view, front view, and then they give you their assessment of what you think what they think what they would recommend. And so and it's every 90 days. So they're going to refill that prescription for you every 90 days. And you don't go through. No, I don't know if that's just their standard cost or not. So I don't apply any insurance to it, and that's what the cost is. So I don't know. I don't know if I don't even remember them asking me any insurance related questions, but so build a home mom. Thank you so much. You're going to have to give me your first name, please. Thank you so much, love. Do you provide on how to start a channel for? Yes, I do. So, I do provide consultations. I was supposed to add the link to my website for the coaching sessions that I offer. And I haven't done that yet. Last week was insane. So I will get that up before the end of the weekend. He is adorable and he's very high maintenance. Emma, he's very needy, but I love him. He's such a good boy. Thank you so much. Hello, Lizzie. Thank you so much for joining us today. Wow. Kenya is definitely on my list of places to visit. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure going to sign. Okay, wonderful. So what I'm going to do, I should have had that live today, but I didn't. So my apologies for that. Antoinette, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you. So grateful for you. Okay, so someone asked about my frames. If you go to my LTK, let me drop and my headphones and let me drop that information. Hang on. Trying to multitask. Let me get the frames. And so the frames are a pair of Bottegas. And let's talk about that because that's really important. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, love. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I know, like I could do this all day. I actually did not set a timeline, a time limit on it. I just left it open because I figured we'd probably go an hour and a half. So okay, let me get the links because I get easily distracted. So here are and I want to go back to gray hair because I have some really great thoughts on gray hair. For me, my mom is amazing. She's an amazing human. She's an angel on earth. And so here is the link to my headphones. And then I found these really great silicone covers. So that way your actual headphones don't get dirty, if you have the lighter color, right? And so you can get a color match and see they stay nice and clean. And then the makeup ends up on the silicone covers. And so the link that I'm sending you will include those silicone covers as well, because I found those silicone covers on Amazon. And that link is there too. And so it's really important to keep them looking like really clean. My daughter actually suggested that. She said with the lighter color in my makeup, they would get really dirty. And I'm so glad that she mentioned that to me because it would make me crazy and I probably wouldn't use them because they would be getting dirty. And what I love about these headphones is, for those of you that already have them, you know this, but what's really great is when you put them on, one, they have a right ear and a left ear marked. And then when you put them on and music is playing and you tilt one to the side, the music turns off, which is amazing because you don't have to take things on and off all the time. They're so super comfortable. They fold up really nicely and will fit in any bag. And then it slips into the, well, I'll fix that later. It just slips right into the case and closes, self-closes. This is mesh here, so it's nice and soft. And so it's great. I love them. I use them all the time. They've got great noise cancellation. They're great for phone calls. Um, and if there's a conversation going on around me, if I don't want to listen to music, but I don't want to hear the conversation or be distracted with the conversation, I just put the headphones on and I can't hear a thing. I mean, I hear very little. So I do that sometimes too, where I just need some quiet time. I don't necessarily need the buzz of music in my ear. So these are great. So here's the link to the headphones and the covers. Okay, that'll direct you to my LTK shop. And then let me send the link for my Bottegas. And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about eyes for just a second. So I just recently had an eye exam, and you'll see in one of my upcoming vlogs. It may be tomorrow. Not sure. But I'm thinking I'm going to push that out tomorrow. I actually have an eye exam, my annual eye exam. And I had been experiencing really, girl, I love that. I love that you're changing your phone number, Lorraine. I love that for you. And I think it's important that we do what we need to do, right? And so there are, I put certain indications in my phone in a contact, and I'll put an X. So that reminds me not to answer that phone call, right? Because there are times that you just need peace, or sometimes it's not even about one person or a person. And I use do not disturb, and I put my phone on do not disturb a lot. I told my daughter once, maybe, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know D&D was so amazing. The kids use it all the time. But to actually disconnect from the world is very therapeutic, and it's necessary. So let's talk about eyes for a second. If you don't wear regular glasses, it's important that if you are needing reader, go and have an eye exam and get readers specific to your eyes, not something that you're buying off of a shelf. Okay? Go to an ophthalmologist and have an eye exam done. It's well worth it. This is now my third year doing this, and my vision has actually gotten better every year since doing this. My eyes aren't tired. And so, because I didn't like the idea of wearing reading glasses, or glasses specifically for reading, I invested in something that was something I wouldn't normally wear every day. And that's why I went with these green Bottegas. And I actually have a royal blue pair of glasses. They're a pair of Dolce and Gabbanas that are like royal blue. Those are great colors. Green is a great color, but they would not be things I would wear, colors I would wear on a regular basis. I'm kind of a neutral girl, right? I love soft pinks and beiges and black and white, and I don't wear a lot of color in my wardrobe. Me wearing pink hoodie was huge because I kept everything very, very neutral. So I generally, don't wear reds and orange and lots of green, all gorgeous colors. It's just, I'm a neutral girl. So what I did was I invested in frames that were at least fun and a conversation piece. If nothing else, a conversation with myself. because I talk to myself a lot. And so it really, really made a big difference for me. And I was not necessarily a believer, right? Because I'm like, you know what? They just kind of trying to get me to spend more money. No, what I was doing was stressing my eyes out by using the over the counter reading glasses because each eye did not have the same need. So I had PRK, which is a laser vision correction surgery when I was 40. And I had what's called monovision, where they actually just do a surgery on one eye. And so I only need the up close vision in one eye. So what I was doing is stressing out the other eye. Right. And so I would encourage each and every one of you to consider, for those of you using a reader, and a few of you have already said that it was a game changer for you, Vanessa. Yes. I mean, it's a game changer because my eyes aren't tired every day. But this is one thing that I was not doing that the ophthalmologist suggested. So I'm going to step away for a second and get it and show it to you. And oh my gosh. And so it's an eye treatment. And so it helps your eyes, because my eyes were really tired and puffy, and I have a lot of allergies, and they recommended, and I can send you a link because I'll have to find the link and send it. But it's this heated eye mask, and it has beads in it. And so you can put it in the refrigerator or put it in the microwave for just, a really short period of time. Yes, Dana, you need to do that, and you're straining your eyes and you're making your vision worse, actually, over time. And so I just had my prescription renewed, and so it's like someone turned on the lights, and that's just because my vision has gotten better. I was straining my eyes and they were very tired, which then led to puffy eyes with allergies and all of these other things. And so they recommended that I get this eye mask, and I heat it in the microwave and leave it on for 7 to 10 minutes. I did it the first day. Hey, Gloria from Westchester. Thanks for joining us. And oh my God, the swelling had completely gone down on my eyelids. And because I'm now using a color correct and makeup on my eyelids, like I needed to really, my pores were getting clogged, which was causing also swelling just ever so slightly on my lid. Oh my God, game changer. I'm going to see if I can find this and send you guys the link, because this is a game changer. I mean, it helps you for relieving, dry, sore, and tired eyes, because it is like amazing. And so when they're sore, they're tired, they're gritty because you've got stuff in them, like, again, pollutants, right? Dust, pollen. I have issues with ragweed. Like, all of these things are really an issue for me. So they recommended this eye patch, which is amazing. Then I have dry eyes because I'm apparently stressing my eyes out. Okay, I'm gonna find the link, Gloria. And then they recommended that I start using these Refresh eye drops 2 or 3 times a day. Literally within 2 days, my eyes are not swollen anymore. They're hydrated. It feels like a tall glass of water for your eyes. Amazing. And then because I have allergies and I'm allergic to ragweed, they recommended these eye drops. Oh my God. So here we are, having girl time. We're having girl time. I'm going to drop a link, so bear with me. I'll find it and drop it. So here we are having girl time, and we're talking about readers and eye drops. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because where else can we get what we need to be our best selves, right? And again, I am my sister's keeper and I don't gatekeep. We're going to share information and we're going to help one another because when our eyes are tired and dry, I know what it did for me at the end of the day. My eyes are stressed out. I had a headache at the end of the day and I just didn't go to bed feeling my best. And so now, as I give my skin that tall glass of water, I'm also giving my eyes that tall glass of water, right? Because we're going to talk. Someone asked about tretinoin and what products, and someone bought Biossance. The ordinary hyaluronic acid is like a tall glass of water for your skin. Yes, Michelle, she's giving you great advice. Hey, Coco, thank you so much for joining us. So what's the name of those eye drops? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get it. So, oh, amazing. So my eyes are clear and bright. Oh my gosh, you need it, Gigi. Like, if someone played this back and they were not in our circle, they'd be like, what in the hell are they? Oh my God. Like, we don't need to be struggling anymore. And it has made such a big difference. And I've just been doing it for a couple of days. And so, oh my gosh, right. They're like bright and full of life. And that's not what they look like before the appointment. So they're apparently like eyelid scrubs that you can do. Who knew? Did you guys know this? Oh my God, there's eyelid scrubs. So you actually scrub your eyelids and again, because I hope so. I think so. Yes. You can go back and watch it. Yes, Dana. Yes. So, and they all stay stored. When you click on my videos, you can click on live and it will be here. Right. April, I didn't know that eye scrubs were a thing. Who knew? So between the eye scrub, I actually take my lashes off every night, which I didn't used to do that. And after I, cleanse my face, before I apply moisturizer, I do a lid scrub. And when I actually lifted my eyelid, I could see how the pores were clogged and how my eyelids, where my lid and my hair meet, where it was a little bit puffy and swollen. And it's because a lot of it, again, I have a lot of allergies. So take care of your eyes. What's the saying? It's a window to your soul, and it's really telling how we feel, right? There are a lot of things that an ophthalmologist can understand about us after an eye exam, and yes, I love it. Like, we don't have to struggle anymore. So we talked about tretinoin. Let's talk about, the tretinoin, the moisturizing products that I have now used as a result of tretinoin, because when you start using tretinoin, you're going to have to add more moisture to your skin. I've not used the Biossance scrub, but I will. It's wonderful. So Veil, you can actually add that over your makeup. If you wear makeup, it doesn't matter, but it midday. And it's like, again, it's like a tall glass of water for your face. And so sometimes when I feel like my skin is a little bit dry, kind of midday, I'll apply it again and kind of pat it in. And it's amazing. Amazing stuff. Like, buy 2 bottles. Okay, so let me figure out the eye products and be able to send that. Okay, let's get in here and it's called an, hang on. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look for it, and I can't find it. So yes, we have to take care of ourselves. Yes, yes. So, um, the Cuban doll, tell me your first name. The tretinoin is by prescription. I actually dropped a link in the chat. For the online pharmacy that I used to actually get it. Yes. Oh my gosh, good for you. Love this. Love it. Um, it's so important that we take care of ourselves. Okay. So let me jump over. Let me see if I can find it very quickly here in my Amazon store because I ordered some of the products. I don't want Amazon Music. I don't know why it's going to Amazon Music here. So okay, here are the Refresh eye drops. Eye drops. Okay, that's for dry eyes. Then we have, there's another eye drop for allergies. Hang on, I can share that with you. I actually just shared that with my mom yesterday because this is what they recommended. And this is for eye drops for allergies. Okay. Then we've got eye like, oh my gosh, I'm re-upping on some of these right now. Now there's two different kinds. So there's there's eye scrubs original plus and allergy. Okay, so there are apparently a few different, who knew this stuff? Like, oh my God, I had no idea this actually existed. So I'm going to share here. So the Refresh eye drops is 2 or 3 times a day. So it's 2 or 3 times a day. I think I just threw away the little pamphlet that they gave me, but hang on. Let me grab it. Okay, I brought some goodies. So here's the information that they gave. This is from that I got from the doctor's office. You see that? So 2 or 3 times a day for the Refresh eye drops. Game changer. So I just sent, did I share the link for the, and this is the lid scrub. Okay. And that's once a day, I believe. So, and then I just need to find the treatment pack. So bear with me. Eye compress. Okay, I found the eye mask. Woo! Okay, so it's a eye compress treatment pack. Okay, Dana, I've actually brought some of my skincare stuff to my desk. So let me just send this and I will share. Okay, so there's the eye. So the link I just sent you is for this mask. Okay. Be careful when applying it. Make sure you touch it with your hands first before you apply it once you take it out of the microwave. And it's once a day and you heat it for, I think it's like 8 seconds, depending on the range, the watts of your microwave. Okay, so 15 seconds actually. So all the instructions are in the box. So it tells you exactly what to do. But oh my gosh, thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend. Antoinette, thank you for sharing time with us today, and I'll see you on the next video. I know, I didn't mean for this, well, I did mean for it to go long because I didn't want to put any time restriction on us. So we're at about, we'll probably wrap up here in the next 15 minutes or so. Hey, love, how are you? Yes, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. So there were a couple of questions about skincare. So with tretinoin, my skincare needs just changed. And I needed more. I needed more moisture in my skin. And so I use Biossance, which is amazing. It's a great product for sensitive skin. And so what I've done recently is I now use Biossance and the Aqua Melt. And so I use both of these. I do a double cleanse. And why this is so important is it's a cleansing oil. And so it's going to add moisture back in. It has hyaluronic acid actually in it. Yes, yes, yes. So this is amazing. This has been a game changer. So I remove makeup with this product, and then I come back behind and do a second cleanse, right? Amazing. Then once I cleanse, oh, I forgot an important product. Okay, so then I add a moisturizing mist. And sometimes at night, I actually use witch hazel. I use a cucumber witch hazel at night as my toner, if you will. During the day, because we also want to be cost efficient in what we're doing, you know. Oh, you're so welcome, Coco. Thank you so much. Like we got to share information with one another. Like it's important, and there are millions of products on the line, and I am yes, witch hazel is a great product. You just have to be careful because it can dry the skin out if you're using it too much. So what I try to do is I just use but it's a great affordable product for your skin. And you can even put it in the refrigerator if you want that kind of cool feeling against your skin. Um, yes, Lorraine. Yes. We gotta die to that, right? Because yes, I love it. And so I use witch hazel at night. I use the cucumber formula. And then during the day, I use pink drink. And so this is by Sunday Riley. And this is amazing. This is amazing. This has a firming component in it, and it also has hydrolonic acid. And it's amazing. And so I only use this during the day because it's like $1 million. Kidding. It's a little pricey over product. I think it's $78. And so it lasts about 90 days. Sorry, 60 days. It's because you don't use it very much. So, and then it's really important when you use your hydrolonic acid, your face needs to be damp. Right? So when you now use your hydrolonic acid on top of it, make sure that your toner is still, damp that your face is still damp, and then you apply the product. And then during the day, I use this Afterglow. Oh my God, game changer. I shared this on one of my recent vlogs. And so this product is a brightener. It has vitamin C in it, and it's incredible. And you don't use very much. It comes with this really cool applicator. Game changer. All of these things have completely changed how my skin sits in the world. And because of it, I use very little makeup now. One more product I'm going to share is it's called Dew. This is my nighttime moisturizer. So this will probably last forever, but you just use just a little bit of it, and then I let this dry for 20 minutes. The Afterglow is made by Sun Riley, and if you go to my community page, actually, let me just send it. I can drop the link to all the products as well. I posted something just recently. Okay. Yeah, that's made by Sunday Riley as well. Amazing product. And again, this is my daytime moisturizer. And so at night, I use Dew. And I let it, like I said, I let it dry for 15, 20 minutes, and then I apply the tretinoin. And I've gotten to a place where I don't use tretinoin every day anymore. And I've heard some mixed views. I'm not an expert on it, but I've heard some mixed views on stopping and starting, that you can create some damage. But I just feel like I don't need it every day anymore. Now, when I first started it, I used it every day, and I've started noticing just really tiny, like fine lines. So I'll probably go back to using it for a little while, and then maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I feel like that's enough. And tretinoin, you take it all the way down your neck. I use it on my chest. I use it on the tops of my hands. I use it on my elbows. I use it under my arms. I use it on my knees, and I use it on the tops of my feet and my toes. So I also take it behind my neck here, so that way you have a very even complexion. Hey, Bridget. I'm an October baby too. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. Is that necklace one piece that you're wearing? No, it's separate pieces, and it's all a mess because, like I said, I went to a yoga class this morning. So they're 3 different pieces, and so I can share that information too. This one was a gift from my daughter, and so it has charms on it, mother and daughter and hearts, and then these are pendants, chains. They actually, you have the option of 2 different lengths. So there's a short, I can drop the link for that. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I'm the 19th. That's awesome. And I'll drop the link, but they are engravable tags. And so one is a tag with, this one is the tag with my son's birthday. Like I said earlier, I had a son and I lost him in childbirth. And so I have his birthday engraved on this one. And this one is basically a symbol of my daughter. Sorry, this is the 2 of them together. And then this one is my son, and this is his birthday. So anyway, yay, Rachel, I'm so happy. How are you loving it so far? It's amazing stuff. So, and I have these items actually linked in my LTK. If you jump over to my LTK shop, and I'll drop my store. So nighttime formula. Here are my skincare products. Yes. Okay. Oh no, I just sent you an Amazon link. Sorry. That was for Amazon. Didn't mean to send you Amazon. But it's okay. It's the eye mask. Here are also another. Okay, so there's the skincare products. We talked about tretinoin. We talked about making sure that whatever products you're using, once you start, that's awesome. Happy birthday early. We got a lot of Libras in the house. That you're making sure that you're using products that have moisture in them. That's going to be really, really important for your skin, really in general, but especially important if you're using tretinoin. Okay, so we talked about skincare. Another great astringent, and this is great for like everyday use. This is Magic Molecule. This stuff is amazing. You can use it for a cut, a wound. You can use it. You can use it for blemish and breakout. And the next day or a few days later, they'll be completely gone. It's a great moisturizer. This is just the travel size that I use when I travel. And then it comes in a much larger size. Super, super, super cost friendly. So I'm always for the super budget friendly products, right? And I try to combine everyday use products, if you will, from a budget standpoint, affordable products, and mix in products on things that I really feel like I need to spend more money on, if that makes sense. So The Ordinary has a toner. I want to talk about this for a second, this toner. It's a great toner. It brightens the face. But if you're going to be using tretinoin, you want to pull back on this toner. I actually only use this maybe once every couple of weeks now because it's just too much for the skin with the tretinoin. It's too much acid on the skin. Okay. So just a side note. I also use this scrub. The scrub is like heaven. It's a sugar facial polish. And I started using this probably about 30 days ago. I love it. I am sure it's in my LTK shop, but I will drop. I just dropped a post and I believe that that product is in it as well. So, oh my God, that's it for my skincare. And someone asked about eyes. Jet lag. Summer Fridays has a really great product, and I've been using it about 60 days now. And I just use it underneath my eyelids, and it adds so much moisture. I actually put it in my under eye and I put it on my lids. Amazing. And that's in my LTK shop. If you go to my LTK shop, there's actually a trial kit. And I think it's around $28. And that way, because I like to sample things. And if I can purchase a trial kit initially, I do that. Pat, love Sephora. There's one walking distance from where I live, which is super important to me. And on my cloudy days, I actually will take a field trip over to Sephora and get some extra love on the days where I need it, and just be pampered. And with Sephora, and I'm sure Ulta does it too, but Sephora, you can leave with samples and you can go home and try a product for a little while before you make an investment. And that's super important because the products aren't inexpensive and you really don't even know if it's going to work for you yet. And you get enough to go home and try it for a week, or 10 days and just be sure it makes sense for you. And that's what I would do on my super cloudy days and my pivot days, where I was kind of pivoting and working on my next phase in life. And it was heavy. It was a heavy season. And what I did was I would go to Sephora, and some days I go every day because it helped me. Yes, it really helped me tremendously. So when I go to TJ Maxx, because I have really honed in and fine-tuned which products I'm going to use. If I see it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, I buy it, right? Because I already know that this works. Now, if you like to use TJ Maxx and Marshalls, what I recommend, and I've done this, is I'll do it on a day where I have a little bit more time, where I can Google the products and pull up reviews. Yes. We are bold, beautiful, and brilliant. We are unstoppable. We are in the best years of our lives. Oh, wow. Hey, Beverly, how are you? We've got a lot of October ladies. Where do I get your Soft Life tea? I actually put that on hold. And I am open to bringing them back. I just need to outsource it. So let me look into that because right now they're actually all sold out and were available on my website. So let me think about that and actually reach out to a printing company about bringing those back because they're amazing. They feel good. They look good. And I loved rocking mine. And, I kept enough in stock where I rocked them every day because it was a reminder that I needed that I was standing in my soft life. Right. And it also was a great conversation for other people to talk about soft life and what that life looks like as we move from hustling and working hard to really living our most amazing lives, and calling in everything that we want. So we talked about skincare. We talked about eyes. We talked about eyes. Now you can go to Sephora and get samples of this and try it. And so they have a deep hydration serum, which is this one here. Hold on. That's the one for under eyes is the deep hydration serum. And then they have a mask that you can use and then a mist, which is amazing. So did I miss anything with skincare? Tretinoin. We talked about, and then did I give you the link? I did, I think, right? I think. I think that's I think that's it. And then we talked about the eye mask. Get the eye mask, ladies. It's gonna change your life. You feel like you're in a spa every day. Um, and I think what is so exciting about this new space and journey is yes, yes, yes. No more hustling. We're attracting what we want. Yes. So I will actually, when we get off this call, I'm going to reach out to the printing company and talk to them about handling that. And then in this video, I will drop the link on if they're live again. Okay. Because if I'm going to have to get, basically have a conversation about quantity and turn time and what um, the cost will be for them to handle that whole thing and then ship them out. So I will work on that. But I think it's so important for us to be intentional about our care, right? And the other thing that you and I encourage, and I do this as well, I'll find a product that I really like, and then I will, you're welcome, love, I will source a product that may be comparable, but maybe cost less, right? But the way I use the products, I combine some of the higher price ticket items with the more affordable products. And I found a formula that really worked. Not focused on cost, but focused on making sure that my skincare, my skin got what it needed, right? So, and depending on how you use your products, um, combining, I have a different product for daytime and I have a different product or moisturizer for nighttime. It makes the life of those products last a lot longer. So I think we covered a lot today, ladies. We spent an hour and a half together. This has been amazing, 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 amazing. I am going to I want to encourage you today to make time and do something for yourself today. Whether that is picking up your favorite ice cream, going on a walk, grabbing a coloring book and crayons. Um, yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much for joining our growing tribe. It's amazing here. We are, you know, and I say this all the time, we are in the total life glow up. If you have not, oh my gosh, if you have not downloaded the glow up guide planner, please, oh my gosh, let me drop a link. Please, that's my gift to you. Let me grab it right now. And it is, this is, okay, there's the link to my free glow up planner. And that planner, man, I spent so much time kind of thinking about the things that I've needed over my life and the things that I've helped as I helped other women and helped young girls. What are the things that really we need to make sure we don't forget? Oh, thank you so much, Coco. Yes, yes, you're so right. Yes, this has been amazing. And so the guide is really one, it's my gift to you. I was inspired, led to create it. And it was not only to help balance life goals, like professional goals, it was created to help us balance mentally, emotionally as well. Right. And so, where we could talk about our dreams and goals, manage our week, our days, and our weeks, but also not forget our self care, right? Not forget the things like really basic things like making sure we drink enough water in the day. And it may sound ridiculous, but there are things that we forget to do. And so it's just really all encompassing. So, yes, yes, make desserts, enjoy your day, do something for yourself, and it doesn't have to be anything major. There are days where I just pull out a coloring book, like, oh my gosh, I, I mean, I keep all that stuff like right here. Uh-oh, I guess not a game. I keep crayons and coloring books, and I go and I find all the coloring books that I love as a little that speak to the young girl in me, and those are the coloring books I get. Disney, Minnie Mouse. Like, oh my gosh, I love those. I love those coloring books. And those are the ones that I purchase because those are the ones that speak to my heart and make me giggle. Thank you so much. Yes, self care is so important. So do something for yourself today and or tomorrow, right? Get your favorite beverage. Like, I love hot organic green tea. So I make it a point that every day I have a cup of it. And I try different green teas because it's something that reminds me of sitting in the sun. Hey, from Barbados. It's so good to have you here. My mom's family is actually originally from Barbados. I was born and raised in St. Croix. My dad's family was originally from India, and they migrated to Trinidad and then migrated to St. Croix, where I was born and raised. So I love it. I love that we all can come together in this space, um, and I love that what we're building is bringing in women from all different parts of the world. We are all beautiful, and we all deserve to live our most amazing life. We all deserve to live our most amazing lives, and we're here to do it in supporting one another and sharing the gems. So I thank you all for your time. Any last thoughts before we jump off? Because we're about an hour and almost an hour and 45 minutes, and I love it. I love it. I love it all. Yes, it's the start of something beautiful. This live will stay live. It will stay archived. This beautiful thing. Yes. Yes. Cardio workouts help. Yes, 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 yes. Night sweats are no joke. Oh my gosh. Hi, Lizelle. It's so nice to meet you from South Africa. Thank you so much for joining us. Like, I just love, yes, I am a Caribbean cook up. Yes, yes, from Grenada. Thank you so much for joining us. My family is the Rainbow Coalition. I mean, it is like the UN at my house, and it's just so amazing. Um, Cooking segments. Yes, sure. I would love to do that. Now, I've recently made some transition in life, and I've moved over to just being um I really don't want to if I don't want to say pescatarian, but more of a vegetarian, kind of depends. But the issue with being a vegetarian is that you're hungry all the time. That's my issue. But yes, I don't know, but make sure your notification is turned up. Like, oh my God, turned on, excuse me. Yes, you're so welcome, April. Yes. And our next live, it's going to be the first Saturday of July. Okay. So it's going to be the first Saturday of every month. We're going to get together. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk about pivoting and makeup and skincare. We're going to talk about menopause and probably have hot flashes. Probably weight loss. So I thank you all so much for your time. It was a pleasure sharing time with you. Bailey is skipping behind me because he hears all the excitement in my voice, and he wants to know what's going on up here that he's not seeing. Where are you? There you are. There you go. Come here. Come here. So here's Bailey. Here's Bailey. He's always in a hoodie. He's always in a hoodie. He's always in a hoodie because he's always cold. But he's hearing all this excitement and just wanted to know what was going on. But you guys have the best day today. Be intentional in giving yourself a treat this weekend. And as you do it over the next couple of days, just make a commitment to schedule some time for yourself to pamper yourself until it becomes second nature for you. Okay? I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. It's been amazing. And I'll see you all on the next video. Ciao for now. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And I'll see you soon. If you have any other questions or you need any other information, just message me. You guys know how to find me. All right? Mwah. Take care. Take care. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for sharing time. Bye. Oh, bye. Yes.